So that there is really nothing in the body that can't change. That there are a great many things in the body that can change only slowly. And there are a great many things in the body that can change so much faster than you think it's possible that they should change. Yeah, well, and it's because the fact, you see, in very young children there are no bones really. The whole calcium picture changes as the very young infant becomes the child, becomes the adolescent. And therefore the chemical constitution of these various parts changes.
But always you can get some change. Always you can get some help. Always you can bring something a little nearer to where it belongs.
If they're in two different fascial compartments, the fascial compartment will slide easily. If they're in the same one, then they can consolidate. Yeah. This morning, when you walked out of this room, you stood in front of that mirror over there, and you saw how you had changed, didn't you? And he said yes. And I said, if you had changed by 10% of that amount in surgery, where would you be this afternoon? So that there is really nothing in the body that can't change. That there are a great many things in the body that can change only slowly. And there are a great many things in the body that can change so much faster than you think it's possible that they should change.
And, I mean, this is the story of aging. Aging isn't aging. Aging is dilapidation.
And that changes throughout the whole body, too. Like the biological age in the leg may be different than the biological age in the arm.
Certainly. As every muscle in the body, I think you all know this. If you didn't do your homework before you got into this class. Every muscle in the body works not by virtue of its own work, but by virtue of its work in terms of balance with its antagonist. So that as you get deterioration, either by hardening or by softening of one muscle, you necessarily get an effect on the other.
Now you see, what this is talking about is the livingness of all tissue and the decisions that that tissue makes. That's what I mean when I say to Al that his little man is much too unsophisticated, that this isn't the way it goes. But that all of these tissues have their own life, their own patterns. They are able to great an extent, to modify their own patterns in terms of...
Because last Saturday, in your effort to move that heavy load, you displaced those extensor muscles laterally. You displaced them past the point of elastic return.